go to rehab. Why do you others have and go to rehab?
What I do is the paper side of real estate. So every real estate transaction that you're talking about, whether it's a fix and flip, whether it's a whole buy and hold, regardless of what it is, there's one common ground, and that is money. So there's a reason why there's a bank on every corner. And this is kind of like how I got a little bit started. So I'm kind of backing up a little bit. But I grew up like as an entrepreneur. By the way, my name is Coleman, and my company is CJC Property Solutions, which I'm rebranding to the Note Angel. So Note Angel, because my tagline is I keep families in their homes. So I'm passionate about that. I really don't want the real estate. And when you talk about purpose and your passion is helping people stay in their homes. I don't want to kick them out on the street and take their home. I want to help them get back on track, making their payments to me because I'm the note holder, the bank. So I want them making payments back to me. So I specialize, why I call myself the note rehabber is because I specialize in non-performing notes, which means for whatever reason, somebody has stopped making payments. They could have lost their job, it could be for medical reasons, and it's like those are the ones that I want to work with. And so I get involved, and there's different exit strategies. I have 23 plus exit strategies when I buy a non-performing note. But my number one goal is to get them back on track. And when I first started on this, I said, okay, what do I want my mission to be as a company? And it was like, overall, I want to help families stay in their homes. Overall, that's what it is. But what is my purpose to get there? What am I trying to do? And so I created my core values. And I work with people that share the same core values as I do. So when I have somebody that comes to me and says, oh, you have a non-performing note? Well, you know what? Foreclose on that baby. All I want is the real estate. That's somebody that I probably is not a fit for me because they are opposite of what my core values are. So I think it's really important that you understand and you sit down and write out a mission statement. What are you trying to accomplish with what you're doing? And then what are your core values and what are you doing? Because you will run across the different ones and stuff. So I'm a note rehabber. I get them back on track and I buy them at a discount, a very steep discount because they are underwater. And I get them back on track, loan modification, reinstate the loan, whatnot and stuff, and then I turn around and flip them generally back to a bank or another note investor that wants a performing loan.
When you have a note that's non-performing, whether somebody lost it, somebody had an illness that somebody had before, or somebody filed bankruptcy, how do you get them back on track so that it can get back to performing again?
Yeah, so there's different exit strategies that I can use, and the worst case scenario is always going to be a foreclosure. Okay, so I want to either through loan modification, and the thing that's nice about being my own bank or being the banker, a lot of homeowners, is a lot of the banks aren't going to take an entrepreneur because you don't have a W-2. They're not going to take somebody with a low credit score, which I look at, but it's not the be-all and end-all. So I want to know, what is your willingness to pay? Do you have enough skin in the game that you want to stay in your house? And because for whatever reason, it's like I can help you. And I will tell you, during COVID, there were programs out there that even like judges did not know when I'm going there, I want them to reinstate, I don't want them to foreclose, and there's certain reasons why I go down that road. You have to understand that laws are different in every state, city, and county. So you have to understand it's a very regulated business, and you have to understand how to keep you in compliance.
So that brings up a very good point, right? I remember when I was looking for a multi-family deal, I was looking for somebody who was in a similar situation. I was looking for somebody who had a pinch point and they were motivated. So what I was doing was I was actually cold calling owners, and I remember some of them would be open to it and some of them would like hang up on me, right? So how are you finding your team
my deals are building relationships with hedge funds and private equity groups. It's also learning patience and putting the time and energy into networking. I attend several webinars on a week. I've been on calls today, 2 calls today. I'm working with other note investors. We help each other. It's a very small group, note investing and stuff, and it's like they'll work with new investors, but they don't appreciate novices. You need to know what you're doing. So my whole thing is patience. I'm the one that was talking to Nick earlier about FOMO. You cannot have fear of missing out. The best deal you can make in a note is the one that you don't make. If you don't feel comfortable about it, do not do it. And I learned that not through a note, but through fix and flipping. I had FOMO. I did 4 in Tennessee. I learned my lesson. So it's like network, ask questions. Even if you have to sit down, there's so much free education out there. So it's like, but most of it's networking. Christine is one who taught me this, your network is your network. And that is so true in note investing, and people want to do business with who they like and they trust. And I will tell you, it's like integrity is everything, and your reputation. If I'm working with an investor or I'm buying a note from somebody, if one person is not comfortable with that deal's off the table.
Give our panelists a round of applause.